Hi, I'm Phil. Welcome to this 5-minute power message, although I have to admit this one will be a little longer. I had the recent pleasure of speaking at the South Fayette 8th grade boys event called True Grit, Growing Responsible and Influential Teens. And I delivered a message to these boys about character. It was very enjoyable, so I hope you'll watch and enjoy this message right now. Hey guys, thanks for being here today. It's a pleasure to be in front of you here for a day of true grit, right? Growing responsible and influential teens. This is really good that your administrators and principals wanted you to have one final day to remember 8th grade and then shove into 9th grade and hit the ground running hard. So I'm excited to be here with you today. So my job today is to talk to you about character and how important that is. So I want to do this today. So I want to ask you a question. So I see all these guys here. How many of you guys think you're a character? If you either raise your hand if you're a character or point to somebody who's a real character here. Look at these. Who's this guy? He's getting all the votes. Back there, I see a lot of votes. We got Mr. Bacco with a vote. So you guys are real characters, I see. I've heard that. So what I want to talk to you today about is the fact that you realize when you were born, you little baby, your mom thought you were so cute, your dad thought you were going to be a stud lineman, a wrestler, or maybe a really smart guy who's going to solve the world's problems, right? And that's what your parents, so they had these high hopes for you. And they said, look, he looks like grandpa, he looks like mom, he looks like me. They fought over who you looked like. I'll be honest with you, half of you look like space aliens when you were born. You've seen your baby pictures. Come on, they're not that good. But nobody said when you were lying there that little, they said, hey, look at this kid. Look what great character he has. Did anybody say that? You say that about your little cousin when they're born, your nephew? You're not born with great character. You're born with brown eyes or blue, whatever, that's what you're born with. You're going to be 6'1". Those are things that are predetermined. But no one's born with character. Has to be instilled, has to be made. So I want to talk to you today about what are you made of? What I'm talking about is what you're made of in your heart. That's what really defines who you are. That's something that you can control. So I want to talk to you about character and specifically 3 traits we want to talk about. Honesty, talk about humility, and respect. Okay? 3 things I want to talk to you about today, then tell you a story at the end. Now, 3 things. Honesty. Anybody have a parent or a relative that's an attorney? Raise your hand. You know somebody that's you know an attorney? You do, okay. So attorneys, a lot of times they work on contracts. Okay? Contracts, this party's going to have the agreement with this party, and they both have to fulfill the terms of the contract, right? And that's important. We need law, we need lawyers, we need contracts. But you know, when your grandparents were growing up, there were no contracts. If they said something, they would do it. Their word meant something. Do you guys live that way? When you say something to your parents, to your friends, to your coaches, do you mean it? Secondly, we have honesty, we have humility. Humility shows concern for others, caring for others, deflecting of praise. If you want to walk around and be noticed, it's not going to be. It's going to end. It won't be a pretty ending. If all you care about is being noticed, if all you care about is being, you hear it all the time. Kid scores 3 touchdowns, scores a lot of points. He's the lead in the play. Whatever, and he gets interviewed, and he goes, "Yeah, you know, I really had a great day today. It was really good. You know, I felt my game. I was doing my thing. It's all about me, right?" Last I checked, there was 7 linemen in front of you. There were coaching staff. There was a mom who made you food, drove you everywhere. There were coaches that were filming so you could what? You did it yourself? I don't think so. You see other people say, you know what? We have great coaches. Our teammates are fantastic. We work together. We would all season long. That's the guy I want on my team. Okay? I'm going to give you an example. I'm a CrossFit guy. I love CrossFit. You guys ever hear about CrossFit? It's a great program. I'm into it. So my coach, her name is Anna Tunicliffe. Last year, she came in 9th in the world in the CrossFit Games. 9th strongest woman in the world. Has a gym in Bridgeville. She's my coach. She's awesome. She won a gold medal in the Olympics in 2008 in sailing. Pretty elite athlete, would you say? How'd you like to be the 9th strongest 8th grader in the world? How'd you like to be the 9th best 8th grader on the SAT or on the PSSAs or in track or in trumpet or whatever you do? Right? 9th best in the world? Not bad, right? So yesterday I watched Anna, my family and I watched Anna on YouTube. She was competing in Atlanta in the regional competition, and she made it. Now she'll be in nationals again. This year will be in Wisconsin. And there were 6 events she had to complete. So at the end of one, whatever the hardest workout you and I ever did, all right, her workout was 10 times harder than that yesterday. What they do is incredible. At the end of her workout, she came in first on one of these segments. She could have been fist pumping. She could have been, all this stuff. You know what she did? The minute she was done, there were other girls competing. She turned back and started cheering for the other competitors to help them do their best. And then when they were done, they all hugged. These were competing against each other. And she was caring about them. Great humility. The third thing I want to talk about is respect. Okay? You guys realize you're never going to get anywhere in life without having respect. Right now, you're showing me great respect. I appreciate it. I asked you a question, you guys were messing around, but now you're all down into what I'm saying. I appreciate that. You're showing me great respect. Now, when I have 3 sons, you guys all know Joseph. He's your grade. But my other son, Alex, when he played soccer, he was in 8th grade. And we were at the boys' home field, and I went to pick him up, and he came over to see me, and he wanted to go to the car. I said, wait right there, stop. Because 15 more of his teammates were going to walk right past me. And I wanted to just do a little experiment. And I knew all these kids. I coached them all. I knew them all from being at the games. I wanted to see what happened. And these 15 kids walked past me. And 10 of them were talking to their friends, looking at their phones. You had to walk right past me. You almost ran into me. And 10 of them didn't even look at me. 4 of them said, hi, Mr. Henry. Okay, so now they're getting some points on my book. But 1 kid out of 15, whose name is Joey Vollmer, walked up to me and said, Mr. Henry, how are you doing today? Thanks for coming. Only Joey Vollmer reached out and greeted me, showed me great respect. And I already knew that, but I knew right then and there Joey Vollmer was going to be very successful because he showed great respect to his elders. And right now, Joey just finished his pharmacy program at Duquesne University. He's got a great job lined up, getting married soon. He's a really good kid. And I could tell right then and there. So are you the guys that when you see your teacher in Giant Eagle, or you're somewhere and you see your neighbors, and you're walking down the street and you see your neighbor pulling his garbage can, hey, let me help you with that. How you doing, Mr. Smith? How you doing? Are you those guys? I'm encouraging you to be that guy that shows great respect to elders, but also great respect among your peers. I wasn't born yesterday. I know there's some bullying that goes on, right? Now I'm going to tell you, if you're the bully, boy, you're in for a long, hard life. If you're the one doing the bullying now, whew, you guys know what sowing and reaping means? You ever hear that term, sowing and reaping? You know what that means? It has to do with agricultural. Come on, you guys are smart. This is South Fayette, top school district in western Pennsylvania. Sowing is when you sow seeds. You plant. Let me ask you a question. When you plant corn, what grows? What if you plant watermelons? What grows? What if you plant bad stuff? What if you plant weeds? Weeds grow. And when you're a bully, all you're doing is planting weeds. And they're going to grow. And it's going to be ugly in your life. It's going to be. And then hopefully you'll change and you'll realize and you'll repent. And you'll start being a nice person. Now, to the one who's being bullied, I got news for you. Just act like that person doesn't exist. Because they want you to respond. They want you to be agitated, don't you? So just act like they don't exist. Okay? Now, here's the bully, and here's the kid getting bullied. A lot of you are in the middle. I don't think you guys are bullies. Maybe you're not. So you're not being bullied and you're not a bully. You're just kind of in the middle. Is that right? So my question to you is, we're talking about respect, remember? Honesty, humility, and now respect. And you see a kid getting bullied. What do you do? What would you do? Thank you. What's your name? Tyler. Good job. Good answer. Step in. You guys were all raised a certain way. And your parents want you to have good character, honesty, humility, respect. And when you do these things and you don't veer, when someone makes you go a certain way, you don't go. You go the way you know is the right way to go. And you'll be blessed for it. You'll be planting good seeds. They'll grow in your life. You guys got great futures. But I want you to think about these things, about that your word be your bond. And walk around, be humble, deflect praise to other people. And show great respect to elders, to your peers, but also hold true to what you know is true. You do these things, you're going to have a great high school career. Listen, this is a bunch of champions here. We're champions at everything, right? In sports, in the arts, academics, and it's up to you guys walking into high school to help keep that going, right? And the only way you're going to do that is to stay a team, be honest, be humble, be respectful to each other. I hope you enjoyed that message. Thanks for watching. We have many more videos on our website, philhenrypowergospel.org. You can go to Facebook and like us. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel, also on Twitter @PhilHenryPG. And until next time, may God bless you and empower you.